Okay, so here we are, second morning of the trip, camping just north of Massey, Ontario, right off the side of the road and not very stealthy. Around midnight, a couple decided to pull over right next to my site and started to argue. It was very strange, and I didn't record it, unfortunately. It's too hot. I didn't film much on the first day due to technical difficulties. Initially, I had planned on bringing a trailer, but it started showing signs of wear early in the trip, so I decided not to bring it any further. I had already driven for a few hours with the trailer before noticing any signs of wear, so I returned home, dropped off the trailer, and put everything from the trailer onto my bike, which is why it looks a bit top-heavy. Riding into the night was a common occurrence on this trip, as the days were getting shorter and I had lots of ground to cover. I rode down a dirt road to what appeared to be an inactive logging operation. Here we are, setting up camp. I found a nice flat spot off a forest access road, not far from the main highway. Night 2 was spent under the stars, and I slept pretty good.
Day 3, haven't made the best progress so far. I think I'm only 150 kilometers in for the day. Heading towards Thunder Bay, still a couple hours out. Gonna just try and get through these miles quickly and not film too much. But yeah, always gotta make time to stop and enjoy coffee.
Another solid day. The fall colors were just kind of starting, and it was beautiful. You get your reds and your oranges and all your different colors, and yeah, people who live out here, you guys got lots of great nature stuff, so very thankful to have been able to come through and check it all out, and I'll definitely be back. Look forward to checking it out some more.
Can't wait to get a little bit further north and away from civilization.
Okay, so made it to Kenora. Now I think I'm gonna find camp. It's around 6 p.m. and I looked on Google Maps satellite view, and there are a ton of small lakes scattered about this area, so I found one that looks promising. It's about an hour away, so I'm gonna go check it out and jump in the lake, drown. Honestly, some really nice roads out here. Little hill climb.
Bummer, man, I'm so close to the site.
We'll just lift it up here.
Staying. what I really don't want to do is go down somewhere that's then going to be a pain to come out of. So we're 3.5 kilometers away. We're almost there. Set up camp. As you can see, we have a fire going. Ow. Let that burn down for a sec. Night 4. Gotta say it was a bit of a challenge getting here, but the site is well worth the reward. So I hope you guys will stick around and join me for the rest of the trip, because there's gonna be lots more adventure to come. See you guys later. Yep, that's a pretty good sight. I left camp late in the afternoon and didn't have much to eat. The trail leaving the site wasn't any easier than it was coming in and required a lot of concentration. I was nearing exhaustion. I don't know how many hill climbs I can do here, but I'm just gonna keep the speed up. Oh, here's the train. Oh, thanks. This'll take me to a road, and then I can get out from here. Wonder if I'll see any trains. Oh, this might be our way out. Oh yeah, here we go. I see a stop sign. I just gotta look both ways for any trains. This is cool. LCBO. Looks like they're closed. I'd love a beer right about now. I'm gonna connect up to the road and find my way to Manitoba. Manitoba. After that ordeal, I was starving and found this nice little restaurant where I was able to have my beer and a burger and poutine. It seriously hit the spot. I had already burned a lot of daylight, so I didn't stick around for too long and got back on the motorcycle and hit the road, heading west to somewhere. Must be getting into the prairies now. The landscape's really starting to flatten out. I pulled off the highway, having made it halfway through Manitoba, and found a nice forested area where I was able to set up my tent and settle in for the night. Okay, welcome to night number 5 inside the hot tent. We have the wood stove set up. This is the first night that I've set up the wood stove because I plan on cooking some food, make some ramen. Let's go ahead and start this fire and get cooking. Don't cook onions inside your hot tent.
Packing up each day was a bit of a job depending on how much stuff I set up the night before. Some mornings it would take me from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. before I had everything on the bike and was ready to go. The prairies, as you can imagine, is a bunch of farmers' fields, bales of hay, and straight roads. Exhausted from the previous day's adventure, I didn't film too much and set up camp that evening in a random field. Good morning. Day 7. 1 week into the trip. It is 6:30 a.m. and I'm gonna try and get out of this field before someone notices me. It's hard finding places to camp in the prairies, as it's mostly open fields and private land. The good news about Canada, though, is that the population drops as soon as you leave the cities, so you can almost always find a place away from houses and people if you look hard enough. I took my time to stop and check out the sights along the way and learn a bit about the areas I was passing through. Arriving in Saskatoon, I rode around to enjoy what the city had to offer and soak up more of the warm weather, which would soon be turning cold as I head further north. I was really struggling to find places to camp in the prairies. Everything was so open with farmers' fields as far as the eye could see. After a few hours of scouting, I found a muddy trail that eventually led to a flat area that was discreet enough to pitch a tent. I set up my GoPro to record and captured what was maybe my favorite time-lapse of the night sky on the entire trip. Good morning. It is day number 8. We had a little bit of rain overnight. Fortunately, this morning it's let off, so got a nice overcast but dry day so far to start the day. And that's why you don't ride and film with one hand. That's how you start cooking. Oh, no, fuck. Made it to Edmonton. Now it's time to find some pizza. Pretty good pizza. Let's hit the road.
So yeah, had a slower morning. I think it's about noon, 12:30 right now. Just gonna slowly pack things up. Yeah, things are going good, and really loving it out here. It's a really nice way to switch things up from the routine of working and, you know, living in society. It's really nice to just come out here and do everything on your own terms and just be one with nature and really just enjoy the world that we live in. Check it out, the first adventure motorcycle I've seen parked on this trip. I've seen a couple driving, but pretty cool to see a fellow brother. All right, let's check this out. This looks like a nice little spot. Yeah, I think I'll settle for this tonight. It's a nice view. Sunset's that way. Sunrise should be that way. So, yeah, I think I'll set up right there is nice and flat. Yeah, day number 10. So yeah, just making some coffee, getting a little fire going to boil some water. I got the solar panel out today, gonna capture some of the sun. But yeah, look at that. It's a nice view of the river. We are in British Columbia now. Check that out. You can see the rivers down there. Man, this is gonna be awesome. And first beer of the trip. Cheers to living. See, I'm basically gonna build a square fire here. It's pretty standard stuff. The idea when you're starting a fire is to create as much turbulence with the airflow as possible. You sort of want to maximize the surface area that the heat is going around. So if you create lots of little sort of tunnels for the flame and the heat to move through, it'll burn much better. I've got no water, so I'm wondering if I can just eat coffee. Always make sure your fire is put out when you leave your site. a wild horse? Oh man, that is so cool. Look at that. That dude's just running. That's cool. Oh, there's some moose. Some moose down there. But what's down here though? Maybe something's down here. Who knows? So, I'm just deciding to call it. I saw a little offshoot. I'm going down that road now, and I'm gonna set up here for the night. See you guys once I'm all settled in.
Just pulled off the Alaska Highway here. I found an opening. It's right next to the highway. There's trucks going by and it's super loud, but yeah, it's just a good spot. There's lots of dead wood around, which is good. And I just finished eating some freeze-dried lasagna. Nice and easy. Boiled some water, threw it in there, and had an apple, and yeah, pretty much getting ready to go to bed here. It's 11:20 p.m. Ambient temperature is around 3, 4, 5 degrees Celsius around there. My bike was reading 5 on the way in, so I'm guessing it's a bit cooler now. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. Morning number 12. Not much to see here. Oh. Oh man, the hot tent is awesome. Everything is warm and dry. Oh yeah. Okay, there's some views coming up here. There's some serious views coming up here. That is freaking sick. Wow, look at that. Oh, you can see the snow-covered mountains in the distance. That's really cool. And we are heading that way, I'm pretty sure. Looks like we're starting to get into the Rocky Mountains now. I've just pulled into this park where I'm having a snack, and gonna get back on the bike and continue riding until dark, and then keep riding until I get tired, and then just pull over and find somewhere to camp. So cheers, and we're finally in some cool scenery. Only took 12 days. Okay, so just got set up at campsite number 12. Tonight was pretty eventful. I had pulled over and explored an abandoned camp, Summit Lake Camp, which was pretty eerie. And then when I went to gear up to get back on the bike, it started snowing. I rode a little bit further and was going to pull into another site. And that's when I saw there was a sign saying there was a problem bear, so I did not camp there. And now I'm just a little bit spooked, bit of anxiety for sure, but
realistically the chances of running into a bear are very slim. I'm gonna charge all my equipment and get ready for bed. So see you guys in the morning.
Good morning. Morning number 13 here in the northern Rocky Mountains. It was a frosty one this morning, but I awoke to see the beautiful mountains outside. Yeah, I'm just in my hot tent now warming up, drying some clothes. I'm gonna have some coffee. Yeah, anyways, this is a lake. Welcome to the Yukon. Day number 14, and there is a snowstorm. Fortunately, this road is pretty low with traffic, so what I may just wind up doing is taking my time, and I'll test traction by tapping the rear brake, and I can sort of gauge whether or not I'm screwed. Waterproof socks. My map is showing a campsite 4 kilometers up this road. This is kind of nice. Yeah. I'm just gonna that'll do. That's what a leaky fork seal looks like. All that purple stuff, all the oil is just pissing out and freezing, so it's quite interesting actually, but it's not a good thing. So yeah, can't wait to get the stove. Can't wait to get the so I can't wait to get the stove fired up. It's wet yeah, so I can't wait to get the stove. So I think that's a good amount of wood. The snow's turning to rain, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the stove fired up. Good morning. Morning number 15. We're getting up there, that's for sure. Just over 2 weeks. Definitely finding it a bit tough to get going in the morning. There's lots to do. There's lots of charging electronics, backing up footage, drying things out, organizing, putting stuff away, packing up. But yeah, I'm starting to make the coffees super strong so that the caffeine is still having the same effect. And so far so good. It's basically like I'm having 4 espressos first thing in the morning, and that helps me get going. This trip was to reach the Arctic Circle, but I was coming to terms with the fact that I had left too late in the season. Riding this far north in October on a heavy bike without studded tires is a dangerous game. So I made the decision and chose to exit the Yukon, heading south back through British Columbia along the remote stretch of Highway 37. Disappointed, but excited to be headed towards warmer weather, and only halfway through my trip, the adventure was far from over. To be honest, I actually hate camping out west, just because of the wildlife here. You have giant bears that will tear your face off and consume your body while you're still alive.
I love this kind of overcast weather. It's great for filming, but also it just kind of has this cool mood to it. And there's a bit of fog kind of hovering over the river too. The river itself it's very pretty. It's blue. A lot of the rivers here are blue in BC. I'm not sure why, but it's very cool. So I'm gonna enjoy this coffee. I've got some steak I'm gonna cook, and then I'll pack up and hit the road.
Travel advisory from yesterday was a warning that forest fires were still burning near the highway. Coming from Eastern Canada, I had never seen devastation like this before. Riding into the night, I tried to get as far away as I could. This morning, I met a German lad who was solo tripping in a van. Over there, the sky's pretty nice. He mentioned a place called Telegraph Creek, which he said was like the Canadian Grand Canyon. Feeling intrigued, I packed up and set off to find this hidden gem in the northern Rockies. Let's see what this rest spot's all about. Yeah, so just imagine you're sitting here, got your drink in hand, and then you look out, and that's your view. Now wait a second. Oh. I just need to take this in. Ow. I'm like all over the road here. One mistake and you fall to your death. It looks like there's something down here. Let's just see what our view here looks like. Do you think that's gonna fall if I stand on it? That's a pretty cool little drop there. Charred by forest fire. I'm actually struggling to sleep at night. I have anxiety about like bear coming and eating me while I'm sleeping. So day 17, signing out. If you are in northern BC on the Highway 37, check out Telegraph Creek. It is a wicked spot, well worth the detour. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the sound of silence. Okay, let's get back to writing. Incredible. That's the thing about moto-camping is you spend a lot of time trying to find the site. Nothing feels better than finding a great site to stay at when you're on the road. So the tent is fully guyed out and just a giant oven to dry clothes and stuff. So I'm gonna do all my laundry, clean myself off. This is northern BC for you. One of the most incredible and remote places I've been to. There's a fucking grizzly right there. Holy fuck, that's a big bear. He ran away, I spooked him. He was just walking through the site. My bike's here and the bear was right back, right there. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I'm running out of daylight and I wanna get the fire going in this. I wanna get the wood stove going. I wanna cook dinner, eat dinner, and dry my sleeping stuff. And I wanna do that before dusk. I've got basically an hour to do all that. Man, adrenaline is pumping. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight. I'm probably just not going to sleep. I don't have service out here and there's no one out here. But I do have my my satellite phone, this guy. I'm not gonna sleep in the hot tent just because I've stupidly been cooking meat in the hot tent the whole way here. I kind of thought about that when I came out to BC, but it didn't really sink in until I got out here and then realized that I'm an idiot, so. Okay, well, that was freaky, but I survived the night, and oh fuck. I slept like shit though. I slept last night, cause you can lock the door, see? And it's pretty sturdy. Steamy. I don't know if you can see that, but look at that. We're cooking. We're cooking my clothes.
Once again, I am riding at night to find my campsite. I went to a site further back, and I probably should have just stayed there because it had a water access. It was nice and sheltered. Sometimes if it's getting dark and you find a good site, just stick to it. Don't keep going because you'll wind up riding into the dark with no end in sight. Good morning. I almost forgot to record. It's morning number 20, I think. And I am just in the middle of packing up, camped over there in this sort of field area. You know you're in civilization when you see a McDonald's. Guys, morning number 21. I am camped out here in a open pit area. Here's the camp, very basic. Last night I went down that center one, but today I think I'm gonna go up this one. It's gonna be fun going up that. So tired. Yep. So I was looking on the map for a place to camp tonight, and we're out of the mountains now, so I'm hoping that there's no grizzlies around here. Here we go. Finally, a nice, oh yes. Really needed a site like this after the past couple nights. So now, and this is like a crazy find. This wood is so dry, and when you have dry wood like this, it's really easy to run the stove, because what you do is you just fill it up and then you damp it down to just a hair. And what this will do is this will slow the burn rate right down, and when you have it set like that with really dry wood, it'll run all night. But yeah, it is hot in here. Outside is probably close to 0 degrees, and inside it feels like 30 degrees, which is awesome after a day of riding in the cold, to come in and just have the stove pumping out a ton of heat, warming everything up, drying all your stuff out. I've got a tiny little crack. I'm actually gonna crack the window here. It's getting way too hot. The best thing about the stove is everything is dry now, and it is freaking warm in here. Slept really good. That's my first night of sleeping through the entire night without waking up. Yeah, I'm gonna make some coffee and then get to it. I think it's gonna be a perfect day of riding today. Temperature right now is 5 degrees, but the sun is out and it feels nice and warm. Just awesome out here. I'm taking, I split off from Highway 97 and I'm taking Highway 99 now, the scenic route, which goes through Lillooet, Whistler, Pemberton, all these nice places. There's some campsites here. It's been an awesome place to camp right down here. And then you've got just these awesome views, big mountains. This is the first shower in 22 days.
Alright, so here we are in Vancouver. Made it to my buddy's place for a pit stop in the city. Just doing the essentials, airing out my gear, cleaning my clothes, backing up and reviewing the footage. I took the day in slow motion to walk around and check out the city, as I'd never visited before, and I'd spent most of the trip so far sitting on a motorcycle. It felt strange being back in civilization after 22 days of camping in the wilderness. With all of my gear clean, belly full of delicious food and beer, and after a good night's sleep, I was almost ready to start heading east back home. But first, I had to continue a bit further south into the United States to visit another old friend.
What's going on, man? Dude.
Welcome to Seattle.
It's Jeremy.
First night back to camping after 22 nights of camping, and then taking one day off camping. Tent is very dry. Today is Sunday, October 15th, the 24th day of this trip. Made it to Idaho, which is where I'm camping tonight. It's quite warm here, so that's nice. I'll sleep good. And hopefully no grizzly bears. Day number 25. That's the site. Come off down this road here, this dirt road. And here is where you'd have the campfire. Packing things up here. So, just gonna ride.
This is a wicked mountain. The one thing about this is the luggage is pressed right up against my back. My nuts barely have any space to breathe. So I totally forgot why I came here 2 hours ago, was to find garbage. I didn't find any garbage, but I saw some cool stuff. Nice. We are in Montana, city in Montana. I've been eating fast food for every single meal, and I feel like shit. I'm just trying to get back. It's a shame it's so far because it's so nice out here, but... Oh. The sun's out. Oh. And that's how the motorcycle packs together. Montana is pretty nice. Wish I had more time to stop and explore. Okay, so I need to find somewhere to camp. Check the map here. Okay, so I got some good news. I'm actually gonna crap my pants. I think I actually have to pull over and crap. Oh boy, yeah, that's the McDonald's. Oh god. Yeah, I actually I'm gonna crap my fucking pants, dude. Oh, come on, get back in there. I need to stop this recording. A little bit windy outside. Day number 27. It's kind of a windy day here in the Badlands.
Yeah, so here are the Badlands. They're pretty frickin' bad. Apparently they're called the Badlands because early French explorers termed this type of land as bad lands to travel through. After a short while, I arrived in scenic South Dakota and felt like I was in a Western film. The fork seals were still leaking, and I was surprised they had any oil left at this point.
Just got into Minnesota. Yeah, weather is not great. We are refueling. I think this is my third night with no showering. Oh my gosh, my face, everything is so itchy. Yeah, I'm coming up to the last few days here. I think my last day will be Saturday. I'm gonna aim for Saturday. Anyways, this is night 27 or 28, and I'm gonna get some rest because I got a long day tomorrow. Good morning. It's morning number 28. I am camped illegally, as I found out by reading the signs this morning, so I'm gonna pack up and GTFO. But yeah, it's a gloomy morning here in Minnesota, and I am about 2,000 kilometers from home, so yeah, got a lot of riding to do, but that's okay because that's what we do here. Yeah, so last night I was supposed to camp. I'd found a place that was about half an hour away from Grand Rapids, by the water, but it was just pouring yesterday. Just like the longest day of the trip, 1,100 kilometers, and as soon as the sun set, the rain was coming down. It was about as bad as it could get. I couldn't see the road for most of the trip, which was super sketchy. There was transport trucks and all sorts of stuff, and I was like, well, I'm probably gonna die. So didn't die, fortunately. Made it to the hotel, got into the room, took a super hot shower, and then basically went straight to bed. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of hang out here for a little bit, have some coffee, get some energy going, and then I'll head out and find some breakfast. Alright guys, I'm less than 5 minutes away from home. This is it. End of the trip. 12,000 kilometers, 30 days later, and we are back. The last set of lights of the trip. Home sweet home. Man. Crazy. I can't believe it. Made it home. I don't know, the leaves have fallen. Drop that off here. I'm not even sure if I remember the code here. I forget the code.